everybody, Miss Roberts here for chapters 7 and 8 of Thanksgiving on Thursday. Chapter 7, Arm Exercises. Priscilla led Jack and Annie away from the village towards a large field. The Pilgrims and Wampanoag men had already gathered there. Jack could hear the beat of the drum, but he couldn't see what was going on. "Make haste or we'll miss it," said Priscilla. "Miss what?" asked Annie. "Captain Standish is about to lead the men and boys," said Priscilla. "They will exercise their arms." "Why do they exercise their arms?" Jack wondered. "Will they expect us to join them?" As he hurried after Priscilla towards the crowd, Jack practiced. He stretched his arms out wide. He made circles in the air. Then he flapped his arms up and down. Priscilla caught sight of him. "What art thou doing, Jack?" she asked. "Exercising my arms," he said. Priscilla smiled. Then she started to laugh. She laughed and laughed. So did Jack. He wasn't sure why. A loud bang came from the field. Jack jumped. He stopped laughing. A puff of smoke rose into the air. As the crowd parted, Jack saw the Pilgrim men and boys proudly holding up their long guns. "What just happened?" asked Annie. "The men fired their muskets," said Priscilla. "On special occasions, they like to show off their arms." "Oh," thought Jack, "now I get it." The long guns are muskets, which are also called arms. So exercising arms means firing muskets. Jack blushed. "Priscilla must think I'm an idiot," he thought. But she just smiled at him fondly. "I thank thee for making me laugh, Jack," she said. "I have not laughed hard in a long time." Jack shrugged, as if he had meant to make her laugh. "It was time now to serve our feast," said Priscilla. "I must help with the bread." "What can we do?" asked Jack. "Return to my home," said Priscilla. "Take the turkey off the spit, put it on a platter, and bring it to the table." "Oh, great! We get to help with the turkey," said Annie. "I always help with the turkey at home." "Good," said Priscilla. "May thou feel my home is thy home today." Jack was excited too. He and Annie were about to serve the first turkey at the first Thanksgiving. They ran back to the smoky house and rushed inside. "Where's the platter?" said Jack, looking around. He saw a flat wooden block. That must be it. Annie picked up the wooden platter. "How do we get the turkey on it?" she asked. They moved close to the fire and stared at the turkey roasting on the iron rod. "That must be the spit," said Jack. The spit sat on iron legs. It had a handle. Jack pushed his glasses into place. "I'll lift the split," he said. "Then we'll push the turkey onto the platter." "Be careful," said Annie. Jack reached out and wrapped his fingers around the handle of the iron spit. "Wow," he shouted. "Ow!" he shouted. The handle was super hot. He yanked his hand away and knocked the spit off its legs. The turkey fell into the fire. The grease from the turkey sputtered and popped. The turkey burst into flame. The fire roared. "Ah!" yelled Jack and Annie together. They jumped back from the hearth. Jack grabbed the water pot on the floor and threw the water onto the fire. The fire sizzled and smoke billowed up. The smoke cleared, the fire was out. But the turkey was completely black. Oh no. Chapter 8, The Feast. Jack buried his face in his hands. "I don't believe it," he said. "I just burned up the Pilgrim's turkey." "Stay calm," said Annie. "I'll get Priscilla." "No, don't tell Priscilla," moaned Jack. "We have to tell Priscilla," said Annie. She hurried out of the house. Jack lifted his head and stared at the burned turkey. "Oh, man," he whispered unhappily. The Pilgrims had worked so hard to get their food. They had such a terrible winter, especially Priscilla. And now he had ruined their first Thanksgiving. The door opened. Annie pulled Priscilla over to the hearth. "See," said Annie, "the turkey fell into the fire. It's all burned up." "I did it," Jack confessed. Priscilla just stared at the burned turkey in a wet, messy hearth. Then she leaned down, looked at Jack, and looked away from her. And he looked away from her. "Ah, Jack," Priscilla said softly, "thou looks sad." He nodded. "I ruined everything," he mumbled. "No, thou did not," said Priscilla. She reached out her hand. "Come." Priscilla led Jack and Annie out into the autumn light. "Look," she said. Jack saw pilgrims, women, and kids walking to the tables. All carried wooden platters piled with food. In the other houses they were cooking also, said Priscilla. Jack saw roasted ducks, turkeys, and deer meat. He saw baked fish, lobsters, eels, clams, and oysters. He saw pumpkins, beans, corn, and dried plums. Berries, roasted nuts, steaming pots of soups and puddings, loaves of baked breads. "We had a very good harvest this fall," said Priscilla. "We stored many vegetables. We salted our fish and cured our meat. And today our Wampanoag neighbors brought back 5 deer from the forest for our feast." Jack was relieved to see all the food. Priscilla knelt down and looked at him in the eye. "See, thou did not ruin anything, Jack," she said. "Thou and Annie have helped me a lot today. You have both made me laugh. You have both acted with kind hearts." Jack was amazed. He thought he'd been no help at all. "Come," said Priscilla. "Let us join the others. Art thou hungry?" Jack nodded. Seeing all the platters of food had made him really hungry. He and Annie followed Priscilla. In the golden glow of the autumn light, Jack and Annie joined the pilgrims and the Wampanoag at the long tables. Priscilla gave Jack and Annie a wooden plates. She gave them big white cloth napkins. Then she served them plenty of food. Before they started to eat, Governor Bradford stood up to speak. "Those of us who came here on the Mayflower did not know how to live on this land," he said. "But Squanto came to us, and today we give thanks for him and for the peace we share with his people, for all our great blessings." Governor Bradford looked at Jack and Annie. "Welcome to our feast," he said. "At this moment, 3 worlds, your world, our world, and the world of the Wampanoag, are not 3. They are 1. 'Tis the magic of community." "Indeed," said Annie. She clapped her hands and looked at Jack. "We did it," she whispered. "Did what?" thought Jack. Governor Bradford then put his napkin over his shoulder. "Now," he said, "let us feast till our bellies are filled." As everyone started to eat, Annie leaned close to Jack. "We found the special magic," she whispered. "The magic of community." "Remember the rhyme?" she repeated Morgan's words. "To find the special magic, when work and toil are done, gather all together, turn 3 worlds into 1. "Oh, man," said Jack. He'd forgotten all about it. "We can go home now," said Annie. "No way," said Jack. "We have to eat first." Jack and Annie used their fingers to pick up their food, and they ate, and they ate, and they ate. Jack tried everything on his plate, except a little bit of eel and 2 clams. Everything he did eat he liked, even the turnips. Food really tastes good, he thought as he chewed, when you eat it outside on a beautiful day with lots of nice people. And that is the end of Chapter 8. I will see you soon for Chapter 9 and 10. I hope you have a wonderful day.